Practical Metaphysics. Introduction. At the heart of spiritual evolution lies a profound understanding of consciousness, the awareness that guides us through life, shaping not only how we perceive the world, but also how we engage with it. Consciousness is not a static force, it is dynamic, constantly evolving and deeply connected to our personal growth. Each moment presents an opportunity to expand our awareness, awaken new layers of understanding, and harness the incredible power of free will to transform our reality. We will explore the intertwining of consciousness and personal growth in this journey into practical metaphysics, revealing the vast potential within each of us to create a life that aligns with our deepest truths and desires. Metaphysics, often considered an abstract and esoteric field, offers practical tools to tap into the hidden forces that shape our lives, empowering us to consciously navigate the complexities of the material world and move toward spiritual fulfillment. Understanding the deeper facets of our awareness unlocks the keys to self-mastery, bringing us closer to the divine essence within and into harmony with the laws of the natural world. This journey aims to awaken the immense potential within us, not to seek something external. We will examine how our ideas, feelings, beliefs, and deeds all operate as doors to a life of meaning, tranquility, and spiritual development via the lessons of practical metaphysics. What if you already possess the power to transform your life, awaiting your discovery? Consider for a moment that your beliefs, feelings, and thoughts are the fundamental components of the reality you experience, rather than merely ephemeral facets of your inner world. This is the fundamental idea of practical metaphysics, a philosophy that converts traditional knowledge into useful instruments for contemporary life. Its foundation lies in the teachings of Saint-Germain, a spiritual master, whose understanding of the principles of the cosmos provides a path to infinite potential and personal development. In a world often filled with chaos and uncertainty, practical metaphysics offers a path to clarity and empowerment. This is your invitation to awaken to your inner power and begin creating the life you've always envisioned, not through chance, but through intention and understanding. The journey starts here. Chapter 1. The Invisible World Shaping Your Reality. A vast and intricate network of invisible forces hidden beneath the surface of our physical existence subtly shapes our lives. Despite being invisible to the naked eye, these forces are as real as the air we breathe. They are neither mystical nor abstract. The teachings of Saint-Germain provide light on metaphysics, which challenges us to see past the tangible world and acknowledge the significant impact of these invisible forces. It forces us to reconsider our involvement in shaping our reality and provides the empowering insight that we are active contributors to the course of our lives, rather than merely passive spectators. Think about the phenomenon of electricity for a moment. It connects us across countries, lights up our nights, and powers our homes despite being invisible. Although it is invisible to us, its effects are indisputable. Similar to this, the energy of our ideas, feelings, and convictions permeates everything we encounter and shapes the results we get. According to Saint-Germain, our inner selves, the ideas, feelings, and convictions we have, are a potent source of creativity. Every thought causes a vibration that ripples outward to impact the greater field of energy surrounding us, much like a pebble thrown into a calm pond. This invisible world operates on universal principles, with energy as its foundation. Energy is not static. It moves, attracts, and aligns according to the frequencies it encounters. Our thoughts and emotions, as energetic expressions, act as magnets, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with their vibration. When we dwell on fear, doubt, or lack, we unknowingly align ourselves with circumstances that reinforce those states. Conversely, by cultivating thoughts of love, abundance, and gratitude, we invite experiences that mirror these higher frequencies. Saint-Germain's teachings emphasize the power of consciousness in this process. The act of thinking is not passive, it is creative. What you focus on expands, and what you believe becomes your reality. This is why understanding the invisible world is so crucial. By becoming aware of the energy we project, we can begin to direct it with intention, shaping a reality that aligns with our true desires rather than one born of unconscious patterns. This understanding's recognition that the invisible world is impartial is profound. It simply responds to our energy without judging or filtering it. This is both a responsibility and an opportunity. We must take responsibility for our thoughts and beliefs. Opportunity presents us with the ability to alter our thoughts and beliefs. The moment we become conscious of our energy, we can begin to transform it. The intellect, according to Saint-Germain, is the architect of destiny. Our thoughts create the blueprint for our existence. Just as an architect plans a building and then makes it a reality, we can move from being the victim to the creator once we recognize this. We have the option to prioritize our desires over our fears. We can begin utilizing our immense creative potential to transform our lives from within. Awareness is the first step in the conscious creating process. Throughout the day, pay attention to the caliber of your ideas. Do your ideas exude possibility and faith, or do they suffer from uncertainty and anxiety? Be mindful of the feelings you harbor. Are they joyful or burdened with frustration? These signals you send into the invisible realm shape your reality moment by moment. Saint-Germain also teaches the importance of belief. Beliefs act as the lens through which we perceive the world. They filter our experiences and reinforce the energy we project. If you believe that life is a struggle, you will find evidence to support it. But if you believe that life is abundant and filled with opportunities, you will attract experiences that affirm that truth. Changing a belief requires more than wishful thinking. It requires a conscious decision to align with a higher truth and the persistence to hold that alignment, even when external circumstances challenge it. As we embrace this understanding, the invisible world becomes less mysterious and more empowering. It is not a realm of chance, but a dynamic field of possibility, waiting for us to engage with it consciously. The teachings of Saint-Germain remind us that we are not at the mercy of unseen forces. We are co-creators of our experience. Thought, intention, and belief can change our lives and help us become who we are. The invisible world shaping your reality is not separate from you, it is a reflection of you. The energy you put into it becomes your reality. By understanding this truth, you hold the key to unlocking a life of purpose, harmony, and fulfillment. This is not merely a philosophy to ponder, it is an invitation to awaken to your infinite potential and begin consciously creating the life you are destined to live. Chapter 2. The Creative Power of Thought and Emotion. Within each of us lies an extraordinary power, often overlooked yet infinitely potent, the ability to create through thought and emotion. Far from being mere internal experiences, our thoughts and feelings radiate outward, influencing not only our personal lives but also the broader world around us. Saint-Germain's teachings reveal that universal principles govern this creative force, empowering us to shape our reality with intention and precision. Understanding this truth is the first step toward mastering the art of deliberate creation. Every thought we hold carries energy, much like a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. These seeds, nourished by the emotions we attach to them, grow into the circumstances, relationships, and opportunities that define our lives. It is not enough to simply think positively. True alchemy occurs when thought and emotion combine, generating a vibration that attracts experiences aligned with their frequency. Saint-Germain reminds us that this process is continuous and impartial. With every thought and feeling, we weave our lives' tapestry, whether we realize it or not. The transformative power of this principle lies in its simplicity and accessibility. At any moment, we can choose to direct our thoughts and emotions consciously, shifting the trajectory of our lives. Realize the freedom of being unrestricted by circumstances or fate. Instead, you write your story and can change it with words and heart. This is not a lofty ideal, but a practical truth, one that Saint-Germain teaches with clarity and purpose. Consider the role of emotion in this creative process. Emotion is the fuel that powers the engine of thought. A fleeting idea, uncharged by emotion, is like a spark without kindling. Strong emotions such as joy, love, or even fear, when infused into a thought, ignite a fire that sends ripples through the energetic field of existence. Positive emotions such as gratitude, enthusiasm, and compassion amplify the creative power of our thoughts, aligning us with experiences that reflect those elevated states. Conversely, emotions rooted in fear, anger, or despair can anchor us to patterns of struggle and limitation. Saint-Germain teaches that mastering our emotions is not about suppression or denial, but about transformation. Emotions are natural responses to life's events, but they do not have to dictate our reality. By cultivating awareness of our emotional landscape, we can learn to shift negative states into constructive ones. Recognizing that emotions are fluid and respond to our thoughts initiates this process. Changing a single thought can alter the entire emotional current, redirecting it toward a more positive and empowering vibration. Our ability to think and feel creatively also affects how we respond to obstacles. Life presents challenges, but how we handle them determines their impact. Saint-Germain views obstacles as opportunities for growth, designed to refine our ability to create intentionally. We are able to conquer challenges with grace when we approach them with feelings of resilience and thoughts of possibilities. We overcome fear and frustration instead of letting them hold us back, turning hardship into opportunities for success and peace. Developing an attitude of thankfulness is one of Saint-Germain's most important lessons. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a potent creative tool that helps us connect with joy and plenty. By concentrating on the gifts that are already in our lives, we create a vibration of gratitude that draws in more things for which we are thankful. By changing our viewpoint from one of inadequacy to one of sufficiency, and from one of discontent to contentment, this practice lays the groundwork for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Another vital aspect of this teaching is the realization that our creative power is limitless. When our thoughts and emotions align with our true desires, we can manifest anything. This does not mean every wish will come true, but we can greatly impact our lives. Through consistent practice and unwavering belief in our creative ability, we can bring even our loftiest dreams into reality. Saint-Germain's teachings call us to take full responsibility for our inner world, for it is here that creation begins. By mastering our mental and emotional landscape, we gain the power to design a life filled with peace, happiness, and success. This mastery is not about perfection, it is about awareness and intention. It is about choosing thoughts that uplift and inspire, nurturing emotions that energize, and empowering. The creative force of thought and emotion serves as a beacon of light on this path of self-discovery, showing us the way to our greatest potential. We are not passive viewers of our fate or victims of circumstance. As creators, we possess the divine power to influence our world through the energy we release. The question is not whether we are creating at all, but rather what we are making. We may fully express our creative potential and change not just our own experiences, but also the world around us by directing our thoughts and feelings toward the life we want. Chapter 3. Free Will and the Law of Karma, Architects of Our Destiny. The strands of our deeds and goals weave a symphony of decisions in life. The fundamental fact that we are neither puppets, pushed by the ropes of fate, nor passive spectators in the drama of existence lies at its core. Rather, the divine gift of free will, which gives us the ability to control our own fate, makes us creators. However, the law of karma, an unchangeable principle, accompanies this ability. The teachings of Saint-Germain shed light on the intricate relationship between free will and karma, showing how our choices are impacted by both our current reality and the future they hold. The highest manifestation of our spiritual sovereignty is our capacity for free will. It is the capacity to choose our words, ideas, and deeds, to forge our own route through life's limitless possibilities. However, there are obligations associated with this freedom. Every decision we make has an impact, a ripple in the enormous ocean of life. Often summed up as, we reap what we sow, the law of karma acts as a universal mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we release into the universe. It is a system of harmony and balance, rather than a system of rewards or punishments, making sure that every action has a suitable and equal reaction. Saint-Germain teaches that the law of karma is neither harsh nor unforgiving. It is a compassionate guide, offering us countless opportunities to learn, grow, and align ourselves with higher truths. Through the lens of karma, life's challenges take on a deeper meaning. They are not arbitrary obstacles, but the manifestations of past actions, inviting us to reflect, correct, and evolve. In this sense, karma is a teacher, patiently showing us the results of our choices and encouraging us to make wiser ones in the future. Free will, when exercised without awareness, can lead us down paths of discord and suffering. Many of us move through life unconsciously, reacting to circumstances without understanding the power of our own decisions. We may blame external forces for our hardships, forgetting that we hold the pen that writes the story of our lives. Saint-Germain reminds us that awakening to the reality of free will is the first step toward liberation. When we recognize that we are the architects of our destiny, we reclaim our power and begin to make choices aligned with our highest values and aspirations. This alignment is key. The concept of free will is to choose with love, compassion, and integrity. When our actions flow from these higher virtues, we create harmony within ourselves and the world around us. The energy we emit becomes a beacon, attracting experiences and opportunities that reflect our elevated state of being. Conversely, when we act out of fear, greed, or resentment, we perpetuate cycles of struggle and imbalance, both for ourselves and others. The beauty of karma lies in its inherent fairness. No act, however small, goes unnoticed by the universe. A kind word, a selfless deed, or a moment of forgiveness carries as much weight as grand gestures, sending waves of positive energy into the collective field. Similarly, acts rooted in negativity or harm will eventually return to us, not as punishment, but as an invitation to grow and realign. In this way, karma offers us endless opportunities to course correct, to learn from our mistakes, and choose again. Saint-Germain highlights that karma is a dynamic process rather than a set sentence. Through conscious intention and transformation, we can transcend past deeds at any time. We can break free from karma's hold and ascend to a higher level of awareness by accepting responsibility for our lives and learning from it. At this point, free will stops being a source of entanglement and starts acting as a tool for release. Accepting accountability for our deeds is not always simple. It calls for bravery, humility, and a readiness to face our own failings. However, it is also incredibly empowering. We regain control of our future when we accept that our past decisions caused our current situation. We can now design a path that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. We no longer succumb to the dictates of our circumstances. Saint-Germain's teachings remind us that the light of our higher self most effectively directs our use of free will. This is the aspect of ourselves that understands the interconnection of all things and sees past instant delight. We not only provide ourselves with a life of meaning and purpose when we make decisions that are in line with this higher viewpoint, but we also help bring about more harmony in the world. There are countless opportunities for development and change in the dynamic relationship between free will and karma, which is like a dance. It serves as a reminder that we are both learners and producers, influencing the reality we want to live in and learning from the results of our deeds. We may overcome the constraints of the past and enter a future full of possibilities by accepting our power of choice and directing it in accordance with the values of truth and love. This is the path to self-mastery and meaningful existence, which is the promise of free will and the wisdom of karma. Chapter 4. The Alchemy of the Soul. Resentment is a shadow that clings to the heart, a weight that drags the spirit into realms of anger, pain, and stagnation. It often arises as a defense against hurt, an attempt to shield ourselves from further wounds. Yet instead of protecting us, resentment becomes a prison, chaining us to the very experiences we seek to escape. Saint-Germain's teachings remind us that holding on to resentment not only binds us to the past, but also clouds our ability to experience the fullness of life in the present. The key to liberation lies in the transformative act of forgiveness, an alchemy of the soul that transmutes the leaden burden of resentment into the golden light of peace and love. Forgiveness, as Saint-Germain teaches, is not a passive act nor a concession to wrongdoing. It is a conscious choice, an act of courage and strength that requires us to confront the pain within and release its hold on us. To forgive does not mean to condone harmful actions or forget the lessons they impart. Instead, it is a decision to sever the energetic ties of negativity, freeing ourselves from the grip of anger and the illusion of separation. Through forgiveness, we reclaim our power, transforming wounds into wisdom and opening our hearts to compassion. Resentment thrives on the energy of the past, feeding on memories of betrayal, injustice, or disappointment. It deceives us into thinking that by harboring anger, we can somehow achieve equilibrium or shield ourselves from additional harm. Yet, this illusion comes at a substantial cost. Nurturing resentment drains our energy, obscures our vision, and traps us in endless cycles of suffering. Saint-Germain likens resentment to a poison we drink while expecting another to suffer. In reality, the toxicity of unresolved emotions harms us, weighing down our souls. Forgiveness, then, is an act of self-liberation. It begins with the recognition that we hold the power to choose our response to any situation. While we may not control the actions of others, we can control how we allow those actions to shape our inner world. Forgiveness is not about denying the reality of pain, but about transcending it, realizing that the harm inflicted upon us, nor the actions of others, define us, is the essence of forgiveness. By forgiving, we reclaim our sovereignty, stepping into the light of our own divine nature. This process often starts within. Saint-Germain teaches that self-forgiveness is a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of healing. Many of us carry deep-seated guilt or shame for mistakes we have made, judgments we have placed upon ourselves, or opportunities we feel we have missed. These inner wounds can fester, creating a cycle of self-punishment that mirrors the resentment we might hold toward others. To truly forgive, we must first extend that grace inward, embracing our own humanity and recognizing that every experience, no matter how painful, is an opportunity for growth. As we forgive ourselves, we cultivate the capacity to forgive others. This does not mean excusing harmful behavior or dismissing its impact. Instead, it involves shifting our perspective, seeing beyond the actions of the other to recognize their own struggles and wounds. Saint-Germain speaks of forgiveness as a way to dissolve the illusion of separation that resentment perpetuates. By forgiving, we acknowledge our shared humanity, our interconnectedness, and the divine spark that resides in all beings. Forgiveness also leads to deep inner peace. We make room inside ourselves for love, compassion, and joy when we let go of our grudges. We are able to experience life with more clarity and lightness when the energy that was previously absorbed by anger and bitterness is diverted toward healing and creation. In this state, the knowledge we have acquired guides us forward, free from the constraints of the past. Saint-Germain reminds us that forgiveness is not always instantaneous. It is a process that develops when we face our suffering, consider the lessons it has taught us, and decide to let go. There could be times when the burden of resentment feels too heavy to let go. Patience and self-compassion are crucial at these moments. Forgiveness is about letting our hearts be open to the potential of healing, one step at a time, rather than making ourselves feel a certain way. The ability of forgiveness to bring harmony back into our relationships and inside ourselves is what gives it its transforming power. By forgiving, we break down the walls that resentment creates and restore the flow of love. This love is not just for other people. It also encompasses the love we give to ourselves, the acceptance of our flaws, and the understanding of our intrinsic value. By forgiving, we embody the wisdom that Saint-Germain so eloquently offers and unite ourselves with the higher principles of compassion and unity. Ultimately, forgiveness is an act of alchemy, a transmutation that elevates the soul. It is a choice to release the heaviness of resentment and embrace the lightness of being. In forgiving, we free ourselves from the chains of the past, open our hearts to the beauty of the present, and step into the boundless potential of the future. Through this sacred act, We transform not only our own lives but also the world around us, radiating the love and peace that is the essence of our divine nature. Chapter 5. Living in Divine Order. The entire universe rests upon the invisible yet unshakable foundation of divine order. It is the silent rhythm that governs the dance of the stars, the perfect balance of the seasons, and the unseen harmony of life unfolding in its many forms. The very fabric of existence weaves this principle of balance and cosmic law. For those who seek peace, synchronicity, and an empowered life, the teachings of Saint-Germain offer a profound pathway to align with this divine order. By attuning ourselves to the flow of the universe, we can step out of the chaos of everyday life and into a state of grace and effortless manifestation. The essence of divine order is that it exists beyond the fluctuations of the material world. It is not subject to the whims of circumstance or the limitations of time. Rather, it flows from a place of eternal wisdom and unity. The world we see with our physical senses may appear disordered at times, filled with challenges, distractions, and uncertainties, but the law of divine order remains ever present, offering a perfect plan that unfolds in the most harmonious and loving way. Saint-Germain teaches that when we align with this divine plan, we unlock the power to transform our experiences and flow seamlessly with the universal forces of creation. Realizing that everything has a proper place in the vast scheme of things is what it means to live in divine order. Every difficulty, every happiness, and every moment are all a part of the divine flow that is perfectly taking place. This viewpoint encourages us to let go of our demand for control and have faith that a greater wisdom is directing us even in the face of uncertainty. By accepting divine order, we become one with life's currents rather than fighting against them. This oneness experiences peace, harmony, and the simple fulfillment of our greatest wishes. Saint-Germain's teachings give us useful strategies for bringing about heavenly order in our lives. These resources are practical methods that enable us to effortlessly overcome challenges and realign with the universe's flow rather than only being abstract ideas. Using decrees and affirmations is one of the most effective ways to invoke divine order. These spoken words, imbued with the power of intention and faith, possess the ability to transform our internal and external surroundings. They produce a potent energetic shift when stated with conviction, bringing our hearts and thoughts into harmony with the universal forces that pervade all aspects of our lives. A decree is an invocation of divine will and a strong command to the universe, not just a mere affirmation. We may control the flow of energy in our lives by clearly and purposefully stating our intentions. A declaration like, "I am in perfect alignment with divine order, and I allow this order to guide every aspect of my life," might, for instance, immediately cause a shift in our consciousness and bring us into alignment with the larger cosmic flow. It serves as a reminder that we are an essential component of the forces of creation rather than something distinct from them. We become closer to the divine plan with every decree, which makes it easier and more purposeful for us to navigate life. Additionally, affirmations are essential for calling forth divine order. Repeating these affirmations often and with faith can rewire the subconscious mind to align with higher truths. According to Saint-Germain, we can welcome the riches, love, and wisdom that the cosmos is always willing to provide us by embracing divine order in our lives. A straightforward statement like, "I trust in the divine order of my life," can cause a significant change in the way we view the world around us. We start to perceive difficulties as chances for development rather than as roadblocks, believing that they are a part of a greater divine design. Another key aspect of living in divine order is the practice of surrender. Surrender, in the context of Saint-Germain's teachings, is not about giving up or resigning ourselves to fate. It is about releasing our attachment to how things should be and trusting in the wisdom of the universe. It is an active, conscious choice to let go of control and allow life to unfold according to divine wisdom. When we surrender to divine order, we invite peace and harmony into our lives, knowing that every event, no matter how small, is part of a greater sacred design. Living in divine order also involves understanding the concept of synchronicity, the seamless alignment of events, people, and opportunities that occur when we are in flow with the universe. Saint-Germain teaches that when we align our will with divine order, we begin to notice the synchronicities that appear in our lives. These are divine signs that we're on the right track. When we trust in divine order, synchronicities flow effortlessly, leading us toward our highest potential. The practice of gratitude is another essential tool in invoking divine order. By focusing on the blessings we already have, we strengthen our connection to the divine flow of abundance. Gratitude shifts our energy from lack to abundance, from resistance to acceptance. By showing gratitude for the present, we signal to the universe that we want more. Finally, Saint-Germain reminds us that living in divine order is an ongoing process, a practice that requires patience, faith, and commitment. It is not about achieving perfection, but about remaining open and aligned with the flow of life. When we consistently invoke divine order through decrees, affirmations, surrender, and gratitude, we begin to see the miracles of life unfold before us. We experience peace amidst chaos, clarity in uncertainty, and the natural flow of our true purpose. Thus, divine order is a state of being we cultivate rather than a goal. By choosing to align with the cosmic harmony that surrounds us, we step into a life of ease, grace, and profound fulfillment. As we live in divine order, we embody the wisdom of the universe, becoming co-creators of our destiny and allowing the divine plan to manifest in its perfect, beautiful expression. Chapter 6. Connecting to the divine within. It can seem as though the din of the outside world drowns out our very soul amid the maelstrom of contemporary living, where distractions are everywhere and the pace is unrelenting. The constantly shifting demands of work, family, and society leave us with little time to stop, think, or simply be. But in the midst of all of this upheaval, there is a haven within us, a place of peace, knowledge, and divine direction that is always accessible. Through the discipline of contemplation, Saint-Germain provides a way to re-establish a connection with this inner sanctuary in his profound teachings. The fast-paced world of today sometimes disregards this age-old practice, which is essential for reaching deeper levels of awareness, gaining access to divine wisdom, and developing an inner, strong, and peaceful life. There is much more to contemplation than simply clearing one's head or escaping the bustle of everyday life. We make room for the divine presence inside to speak to us via this precious practice of profound inner listening. We start to feel the richness of who we are in these quiet times, re-establishing our connection to the heavenly forces that influence our life and our higher selves. According to Saint-Germain, we can align ourselves with the universal flow of creativity, love, and wisdom that transcends the boundaries of the material world by engaging in contemplation. We must first acknowledge the fundamental truth at the heart of Saint-Germain's teachings in order to fully appreciate the power of contemplation. We are more than only our ideas, feelings, and social duties. As spiritual beings, we are able to access an endless supply of heavenly wisdom and energy. Through concentration, we are able to hear the gentle whispers of our soul and transcend the cacophony of the material world, entering a level of higher consciousness. We can access a source of inspiration, strength, and wisdom through this sacred practice, which is always available to us but often hidden by the distractions of our hectic lives. By stepping back from our everyday routines, contemplation allows us to create a peaceful, solitary space where we can communicate with our inner wisdom. This approach involves letting the knowledge of the world spontaneously arise within us, rather than trying to force concepts or ideas to come to us. We allow the divine direction to freely flow as we cultivate a condition of serenity and receptivity, shedding light on the path ahead. We find our actual purpose, our deepest goals, and the answers to the issues that have been bothering us during these times of silence. According to Saint-Germain, we can reach the holy presence inside ourselves by engaging in the discipline of contemplation. This presence is a living force at the core of humanity, not just an idea. We allow the flow of divine energy that binds us to everything by calming our minds and focusing inside. Time, location, or material circumstances no longer constrain us in this hallowed place. By drawing from the limitless reservoir of knowledge, love and creativity that each of us possesses, we are free to discover the richness of our divine essence. Regular contemplation causes our life to undergo a significant transformation. We may hear the deeper currents of wisdom and truth guiding us when the outside noise starts to subside. We start to realize that the solutions to our questions lie within, not outside, of us in this tranquil place. When we face every obstacle, uncertainty, and anxiety with contemplation, we can turn them into opportunities for personal development. By doing this, we develop the ability to pay attention to both the divine intelligence that directs our lives and our inner direction. One of the most powerful aspects of contemplation is its ability to foster inner peace. In the midst of the busyness of life, it is simple to become overwhelmed by stress, anxiety, and uncertainty. But when we make time for contemplation, we create a space of calm within ourselves where we can rest and restore our energy. In this sacred pause, we reconnect with the essence of who we truly are, finding a sense of peace that is not dependent on external circumstances. Saint-Germain teaches that this inner peace is a natural state of being available to us at any moment if we are willing to stop and listen. Contemplation also facilitates the emergence of creative inspiration. When we quiet the mind and allow our thoughts to settle, we create the conditions for divine inspiration to arise. Saint-Germain emphasizes that we can access the creative forces within us by practicing stillness and reflection. During these moments of contemplation, we allow ourselves to become conduits for divine creativity, channeling new ideas, solutions, and possibilities that we might not have been able to access in the busyness of everyday life. The capacity of contemplation to bring us into harmony with the divine flow of the cosmos, however, may be its greatest gift. We cease to act out of fear or opposition when we enter the realm of quiet. Instead, understanding that everything is happening in accordance with a greater plan, we reach a posture of trust and surrender. The wisdom of the cosmos guides every action we take in this space, aligning it with our highest good. According to Saint-Germain, life becomes a smooth dance full of synchronicity, elegance, and plenty when we live in harmony with the divine flow. According to Saint-Germain's teachings, contemplation is a way of life rather than merely a technique. It is a call to stop, re-establish a connection, and align with the divine inside. We can access a limitless reservoir of knowledge, direction, and inspiration via consistent contemplation, which enables us to face life's challenges with poise and clarity. We learn who we really are, spiritual beings with a connection to the infinite who can create a life of serenity, meaning, and divine harmony in these quiet moments. Chapter 7. Unleashing the Power of the I Am Presence. In the daily chaos, our roles, challenges, and identities can easily consume us. We identify ourselves by our work, our relationships, our achievements, and even our failures. Yet, beneath all these external layers, there exists a profound truth, one that transcends the physical body and all the complexities of human existence. We are not just physical beings having a human experience, we are spiritual beings, infinite and divine in nature. Within each of us resides the eternal spark of the divine, what Saint-Germain calls the I Am presence. This divine essence is the very core of who we are, and when we awaken to it, we unlock the boundless power and potential that reside within us. The I Am presence is not just a concept or an abstract idea. It is the living truth of our being, the unchanging, eternal aspect of ourselves that exists beyond the limitations of time and space. It is the essence of our true identity, the divine light that shines from within, illuminating the path to our highest potential. Saint-Germain teaches that when we recognize and align with this I Am presence, we come into direct contact with the source of all creation, the divine force that flows through every living thing. By embracing this truth, we can awaken the full power of our divine nature and begin to express ourselves authentically and with purpose in the world. The I Am presence serves as a reminder that we are an essential component of the divine, and not anything distinct from it. This holy spark within us is the same energy that permeates the entire universe and shapes it with its boundless compassion and intellect. It is the same spark that resides within all beings. We can access this enormous store of divine energy and wisdom when we establish a connection with our I Am presence, which enables us to reach our full potential. By making this connection, we can start to co-create our lives in accordance with the divine plan and align with the flow of the universe. However, a profound, lived experience of our divinity is necessary to awaken to the I Am presence. It goes beyond just academic comprehension. It demands a change of perspective, a reworking of our perceptions of the world and ourselves. According to Saint-Germain, we must transcend the ego and little self in order to fully experience the power of the I Am presence. We must open ourselves to the bigger picture of who we are and let go of the misconceptions, anxieties, and judgments that hold us back to our constrained views. This process involves waking up, letting go of the old self, and accepting the divine person we were always destined to be. To awaken the I Am presence is to step into a state of deep self-awareness and self-love. It means accepting that we are divine expressions worthy of love, joy, and abundance. This awakening is not about achieving something or becoming someone else. It is about remembering the truth of who we already are. We are neither separate from the divine, nor limited by the physical world. We are eternal divine beings who are here to express the infinite potential of creation. When we awaken to the I Am presence, we experience a profound shift in our consciousness. We no longer see ourselves as victims of circumstance or as powerless beings at the mercy of the world around us. Instead, we begin to see ourselves as powerful co-creators, capable of shaping our lives with intention and purpose. The divine energy that flows through us guides and supports us, enabling us to navigate life with greater ease, joy, and confidence. A profound sense of contentment and serenity is also a result of realizing the I Am presence. The divine spark inside us shows us that we are complete just as we are. We no longer need to look for outside validation or approval because of this recognition. We discover our sense of value within ourselves rather than depending on the outside world to define it. Understanding our constant connection to the source of all strength and wisdom empowers us to confront life's challenges with grace and fortitude. We start to live a life of genuine expression as we develop and nurture the I Am presence. Freedom from the ego and others' expectations lets us be ourselves. We start to show who we really are in all facets of our lives, including our relationships, careers, and artistic pursuits. We contribute to the greater good of the world through this genuine expression, which is a reflection of the divine inside us. In addition to changing our own lives, we are also contributing to the spread of love and light in the globe as we awaken to the I Am presence. Living in harmony with the I Am presence is an ongoing process of self-awareness and development. The process of strengthening our relationship with God and expressing who we really are in all we do is a lifelong one rather than a one-time event. Since we are connecting with the I Am presence, we are accessing the limitless power and potential of the cosmos. Therefore, Saint-Germain exhorts us to embrace this path with faith, trust, and devotion. Realizing that we are the divine in expression rather than something distinct from it is the first step towards bringing forth the I Am presence. We reach our greatest potential as spiritual beings when we accept this fact and are able to lead true, joyful, and purposeful lives. We co-create a reality that represents our innermost wants and highest ideals when we awaken the I Am presence, which brings us into complete alignment with the flow of the universe. We can live more clearly, enjoy life to the fullest, and express our divine essence in ways that uplift and inspire those around us, thanks to this awakening. We realize who we really are, divine beings who radiate light, love, and limitless potential through this awakening. Conclusion. We start to realize a deeper truth as we consider the profound lessons that have led us through the invisible forces that shape our reality, the creative power of thought and emotion, the transformative law of karma, the liberating power of forgiveness, the alignment with divine order, the quiet of contemplation, and the awakening of the divine I Am presence within. We are not merely spectators to the events of our lives. Rather, we are powerful co-creators who can align ourselves with the forces of the universe. These lessons are practical tools that can change how we see and move through the world. Each of these exercises encourages us to remember our true nature as spiritual beings, endowed with an endless supply of knowledge, love, and creativity. As we become aware of the divine presence within, the knowledge that we are the creators of our own lives enables us to live true, meaningful, and joyful lives. We can enter a flow of life that is content and harmonious with the divine order of the universe by developing a conscious relationship with our ideas, feelings, and behaviors. It's not always an effortless journey. It calls on us to face our fears, let go of confining ideas, and submit to the higher knowledge that leads us. However, our greatest freedom, the freedom to create, heal, love, and be who we truly are, lies in this very surrender. The more we apply these lessons, the more we discover our own boundless potential, and the more we start to view the world from a place of divine possibilities. Ultimately, the awakening process is not about reaching a goal or attaining perfection. It is about self-discovery, ongoing development, and the growing understanding of our divinity. We start to feel a significant shift in consciousness as we apply these lessons to our everyday lives. This shift enables us to navigate the constantly shifting waves of life with confidence, grace, and serenity. When we awaken to the divine spirit within, it liberates us from the constraints of the material world and allows us to exhibit the limitless potential of our true selves. The call to awaken, remember, and live from a position of divine truth is ultimately unambiguous. This realization gives us the ability to live a life that has immense significance, to make a positive impact on society, and to feel the profound fulfillment that comes from being in harmony with our best selves. Every step we take on this journey brings us closer to becoming the wonderful person we are always destined to be.